And these are my first impressions. So for those who don't know what Goals is, it is a free-to-play football game that is mirroring EAFC, but better. So first we're going to take a deep dive into the gameplay and talk about the defending. The defending, from what I've experienced, it is mainly manual defending. It is perfect. This is what we need. Less of that AI defending, more of that manual defending, so we can clearly test what a defender's skill level is actually like. The passing is crisp. You got through balls, normal passes, lob through balls, all types of passes, you know. And the shooting is nice, finesses, normal shots, whatever type of shot you want. And I like it because when you score, the net bulges, and I like the graphic a lot. And it makes you excited as part of like it's a big tournament every time. And well, the dribbling can be a bit janky, but they will improve it most likely. Though the dribbling is still decent, I believe it is. So the main gameplay mechanic I'd like to talk about, and the one that's really revolutionary for Goals, is the anti-time wasting mechanic. Now this is perfect. So when someone's wasting time by passing around the back, 1-0 up, now the game's going to punish them for it. So red bar starts from their half, and it will keep going further and further along the pitch the more time they waste. And if that bar goes across the entire pitch, then the ball will forcibly go over to the opponent's side for them to play with the ball. This is perfect, because it incentivizes less time wasting and more playing the ball forwards and going for goals, especially the name of the game. And they also have used it in extra time, which I like a lot as well, because people pass around the back in extra time as well. We've seen it happen all the time in the EAFC. And what they do is they start the bar from the opponent's side, so you are incentivized further if you go for attacks in extra time, and the extra time will go down quicker. I mean, this is perfect. These are absolutely perfect changes that make the game attack first rather than defense first. You know, instead of passing the ball around the back, you're making forward passes and trying to attack, making the game engaging for both people and more fun. So now we'll talk about off the pitch. I guess first we'll talk about modes. We have 1v1 knockout, tournament, quick play, ranked, a variety of modes. I'm sure they'll add more for the variety of modes they have. I'm pretty happy with it. Next we obviously have crossplay, so you can play with whatever PC, Xbox, PlayStation. This is good. Having this day one is perfect, because the player base, now you can interact with the whole player base and play with anyone on any device. So I'm happy with that. Obviously when you go into the edit team section, we've got a lot of players. They're not real players, sadly, I know, but licensing is an issue. So it is hard to get the likes of a Bruno Fernandes, Messi, Ronaldo. It's not easy, is it? Obviously, one thing that I didn't like about the edit team section is how annoying it was to just put new players in your team. I think that should be a lot easier, and is something for the Goals team to fix. Now moving on to the players themselves, where I will be touching on player dynamics. So now each player you have has a potential. So the overall they have in your team currently, you can upgrade them using these blue currency and increase their overall. Now obviously, for example, a 40 rated player could be, their potential could be 52, cap out of that. But the good thing is now you can grow every player in your team bit by bit. So now you're not worrying about the best players, you're worrying about growing their potential and making them the best versions and the best players they can possibly be. For me, this is really good. Dynamic potentials in Ultimate Team kind of setting. I think it's really good. It makes you want to stay with the players you have and want to improve them, rather than looking for the next best player every time. Because let's say you have a 55 rated player and their potential might be 83. You can just go up and keep going on with that player through matches and matches and reach their potential. I mean, this is perfect. This is how you incentivize people using different cards to increase their potential over time. Now, I mean, there are other things in here like the practice arena. They do have a practice arena day one where you can try practice shots and some practice scenarios, which I haven't tried yet, but you know, I'll tell you about it when I try it. But the practice arena is cool. You can shoot, you can test shots, do what you want. Classic FIFA practice arenas. See, we got swaps where you can swap packs and stuff. Now the store, probably my biggest downside here. We got microtransactions, which I don't like, but I understand for a free game. That's not my biggest concern right now. My biggest concern is the value of the packs. I think you got like basic players, 5,000 of those blue coins. I think it's too much, you know. I think it's way too much. And then 20,000 you'd only pay for commons and stuff. I mean, there's no rare packs in the store as well, so I'd like them to cheapen their packs a bit and not make it too grindy, because that will put people off as well. Because a grindy game can definitely put people off, so I'd like them to lower the packs value and also make it a bit more accessible to get players with higher potential. Because the only reason I could get a player with higher potential was obviously to doing objectives. I like the store to give me a chance as well. Guys, in a bit, please check out goals. And my verdict on this is, I highly recommend you to play this game. In a bit.